This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy!
Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, aka
Cat Bus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guests and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, for F-O-R, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
Each of us, there burns the fury of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it.
One of you three will decide the outcome of the tournament.
Three strangers will travel to the mystical realm of Outworld to defend our people against Shang Tsung.
You will die.
And his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament, one more victory.
Your soul is mine.
And our world is theirs.
It has begun!
You can't run from me, Shang!
I don't need to run.
Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero,
Combat begins.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
as I like to call her, Boomer Siri has said everything's a go. And this is all right. This is 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ. I'm your host, Cat Bus Russ, and with me tonight, my guest is Bo from Collateral Cinema.
Yes, Bo Max from Collateral Cinema.
All right, just making, because I've had that before. Like, oh yeah, from Not a Strong Start, and oh, you're not the guy listed who does the feed. But
no, that would not be me.
Okay, so all right, so this is going over, I guess you'd say, a classic movie, just because in a sense, like, you have a remake that, well, not a remake, a reimagining, really. And who knows with the continuity of the actual video game series. But I think this would actually be the first somewhat successful video game adaptation movie. Paul W.S. Anderson's Mortal Kombat from 1995, the year after Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia, which is nice camp. I really think it aged better. I think a lot of the 90s video game movies haven't aged too badly, or like I recently wrote a review for your podcast, like, no, don't reassess Freddy Got Fingered. But I would say,
but why not?
I was in the theater opening weekend for that one, and that was before I
Oh
ever,
no.
yeah. So definitely something you need some external stimuli or dunning, I would say, to
Yeah, no
get
kidding.
through.
I mean that's the best way to enjoy that movie. I mean
Right.
that needless to say.
Yeah. So, but I've actually when I worked at a hotel in Peoria, I was to be the concierge, which is primarily just shuttle driving, and we have a pretty good comedy club out there, the Jukebox Comedy Club, and all the guests would usually stay at our hotel, so I'd have to drive them over. So I did drive Tom Green over um a few times.
Oh,
No,
nice.
he keeps to himself pretty much, but this guy is always on. Um,
Oh man, he's so talented too. I remember not too long ago he did a stream on TikTok where he was just riffing on a piano and it was beautiful, man. I mean,
oh,
he's a very talented pianist. So, I mean,
hmm
yeah, he's a very very deep man, I would say.
oh yeah. I'm just saying, like everything's always call it ADHD, what have you, but he's always thinking about something like to make a joke with. You can respect. Um, but yeah, as I say, not like there's bits, but yeah, it was such a my God, this is the worst theater experience until 2020 2022 when I saw the barely finished animated feature food fight with the leads being Charlie Sheen and I think Hilary Duff.
Oh,
Dude, it's
oh
yeah.
my goodness, that is actually our very first episode after our pilot. That's episode 01 of Collateral Cinema's Food Fight.
Oh
So
gosh.
we came out swinging whenever we came out about 8 years ago, and
Mm.
yeah, that movie recently they found the work print versions of those
All right.
particular of that particular movie with all the supposedly stolen footage on there. So now that's out there on the Internet Archive. So I highly encourage everybody to go and check it out. I mean, it's very rough, but it does have a pretty good extrapolation of what the movie would have been like had it actually had work put into it, or they
Mm.
kept on with the work that they did. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll have to think about that one. But it's actually
yeah,
actually opens up a transition. So this is Paul W.S. Anderson, who famously has a work print I think they may have found in a salt mine in Czechoslovakia of his probably most highly regarded feature, Event Horizon. Um,
I heard that some of that is not particularly usable though. It was there too long, which is weird because that's the reason why you put that type of film stock in a salt mine is to you know stop the
Decay,
decay of the
essentially.
film and
Yeah.
everything.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So,
but I mean, it would be great if we could get a actual full version of that scene. I mean, we see the bits and pieces of it, you know, and
right.
it also can kind of show bits and pieces of what this movie could have been had it been allowed to be a full on R-rated movie.
Well, I mean, I think Anderson works within that pretty well. I mean, uh it does tell you at the end of the feature, at the end of the credits, hey, check out the Mortal Kombat 3 in arcades. Um
Oh yeah,
but honestly, I think this is probably his best adaptation of a video game. He did the first Resident Evil series, and I think it caught the vibe with the first one, but then it was just like, how else do I show off my hot wife? Which, hey,
yeah.
eh,
He kind of got the John Derek syndrome there. He had
right,
himself
yeah.
a hot young wife, so he had to put her front and center in all of his movies. So then we get shit like Bolero or Ghost Can't Do It or something like that.
Well,
So yeah, Paul W. S.
Tarzan, yeah.
Anderson did that. Yeah, and also Luc Besson was kind of like that with Oh, yeah, incidentally, with Mila Jovovich before Paul W.S. Anderson.
Well, I mean, I think that
Incidentally,
was yeah, that was only Fifth Element, which
yeah,
yeah. I'm surprised he didn't do I don't really want to go too much into Luc Besson. He
yeah,
like
he's
yeah,
he's he
like
has issues.
yeah, because I think it was Mai Wen was his first wife or a wife maybe before or after, but again, another 18-year-old, if that.
Another
Uh
youngin. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah.
she's best known as the damsel from High Tension, I think. Um
I love that
so
movie. That movie's so cool. Love it.
it's cool until the twist. There's just doesn't
Yeah,
yeah, it
definitely.
doesn't quite hold up. All right.
Nope.
So just thinking beforehand, making my prepping all my drinks and such. Um and it's just been recently on a lot of podcasts. Like I know they reissued on How Did This Get Made, the Running Man, and I know the rewatchables on the Ringer had just done the Running Man. I just got to ask, better Sub Zero, Professor Sub Zero, or just plain Zero after Schwarzenegger finished him off, or our Sub Zero the ninja, or not a ninja because it's a
You know what?
Chinese element.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. That's right. Their whole ninja organization is Chinese somehow. I don't know how that works, but
Well, I think
I'm
it.
gonna say I'm gonna say to your question beforehand. I'm gonna say Sub Zero the Ninja because honestly, it's been ages since I've seen the Running Man,
Oh,
so
all
I'm gonna have
right.
to try to remember that the ending to that and everything.
Oh
So
yeah. Well,
I'm gonna
it's
say Sub Zero the Ninja.
okay. Well, it's
You know,
Professor Tanaka, the former tag WWE tag team champion with
oh, that's
Mr.
right.
Fuji.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah, he was in that movie. Okay, okay.
right. So
Oh
then
yeah.
so yeah, so get that Sub-Zero question out of the way. So Mortal Kombat 95, I didn't see it in theaters. I had a friend rave about it, and that's back when I was 15 at that point, so that was back when you're still giving info dumps before really thought,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
that might be autism. But sorry, my older sister is a high functioning, and she's a frequent guest. She probably doesn't appreciate being picked on with that, but uh, I didn't appreciate
Oh wow. Yeah.
her
What are you
thoughts
gonna
on
do, right?
Argento. So yeah. Um,
Oh
but
wow.
so yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I learned I knew a lot about it, and the movie still came out. Finally got to watch it on VHS, and looked a lot of fun. Definitely better than Street Fighter, and I was a Street Fighter guy. If you got to give me a franchise, um, I make it a point to own every Street Fighter. And that's cost me some money when you got to go back to X-Men versus Street Fighter and
Uh-huh.
um
Oh yeah. When you're getting all the Capcom the crossover
right.
fighters. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so
Yeah.
uh so yeah, that's but yeah, I can't say I was disappointed. This is when I was getting to the Highlander franchise, so I love Christopher Lambert being in it. Despite the and it was the 90s, so it wasn't considered problematic. Uh and makes you
Yeah.
think, it makes
It
you
wasn't, but go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry, man. It's your show. Go ahead.
oh, well, it well, I mean it something we should have realized, I guess. Well, I don't know. Again, with a well, no, it's a white savior thing. A bunch of Chinese guys worshiping
Yeah,
Christopher Lambert.
I get that, but the biggest reason that Christopher Lambert ended up on this in this movie was really because he ended up enjoying the initial shooting. He wasn't supposed to be in most of this movie.
Hmm.
The budget only had so much money in it for his scenes that were shot in Los Angeles. And when they told him that, he just laughed at them and he said, "Nah, screw that. I'm going to stick it through the end. I'm going to pay my own way in Thailand." And at the end of the day, he even paid for the rap parties. So I mean, what you're really seeing there is a man having a blast making a movie. You know, he
Well,
is having so much fun there, and apparently that's actually what kind of set the tone for the actual production of the movie for everybody. You know, and even Robin Show, he actually put Paul W. S. Anderson at ease because initially, initially he didn't really know how to film a fight scene. You know,
okay,
especially one that's
right.
choreographed. And Robin Show, he has experience in Hong Kong, so
Yes.
that's kind of how we got that first little stab of Hong Kong style martial arts action, is because Paul W.S. Anderson didn't really know what he was doing, and Robin Show did, and he was just like, no,
Mm.
this is how we do it. He ended up being a fight coordinator for like some of the reshoots, even. So
Oh yeah, no, he's credited as the fight choreographer in the credits.
yeah,
So yeah,
yes,
so I mean the so I didn't really I never really like I read the instruction manuals of all the console adaptations
yeah,
for the character stuff. So I never like again Street Fighter like oh we know everybody has their own story, you just have to win it to find out. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but so I knew about Sub-Zero killed Scorpion. Scorpion wants revenge, wants revenge. That's why he's in the tournament and everybody's backstory. I never really got the tournament element of it because that's not something
Yeah.
I've always thought I've really taken time to think of even with Street Fighter. So the plot of the movie is there's an evil emperor who they never say Shao Kahn in the game in
Exactly.
the movie who can take over the Earth if or realm I should say if his fighters win 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments. I can't recall if it's 9 straight or just 9 tournaments. Um
It has to be 9 straight tournaments, I believe. So
oh
they
yeah,
and they were on a. If you look at the lore of the original game, they were on their eighth tournament, going on their ninth tournament. They won 8, and they're about to hit 9, and they're going to take over the Earth realm. Everything.
right.
I mean, that's something that a lot of people forget about Mortal Kombat, is that it's a very lore heavy series,
Oh,
like way more so than Street Fighter. So, in
yeah,
many ways, I kind of feel like that's why this movie feels like a more complete adaptation than the Street Fighter movie
right.
did, because it kind of really took all that lore and really kind of put it all into this shorter, more truncated version, but it still had impact and still tied into the whole thing with Outworld and with Shao Kahn and what's been going on with the tournament over
Mm.
centuries, you know? So,
Well, I mean, essentially, it has lore. Street Fighter 2 was pretty much Street Fighter. I mean, nobody remembers Street Fighter or Fighting Street on the TurboGrafx 16.
uh huh.
So it wasn't until Street Fighter Alpha did they really start creating a lore for the series,
uh huh.
and that's definitely all secondary once you start bringing in Cody and Guy, and I don't know if Hagar's ever made a Street Fighter game, but yeah, it's that's the plot of the movie, and it starts out pretty banging right away. You get the Immortals, uh pretty much a industrial hodgepodge led by Praga Khan of the
Uh
Lords
huh.
of Acid. You started off with that series, that track, and I mean that's my ringtone. More or less just because I wanted something industrial. I'm from being from Central Illinois. You have, well, I'd like to say, oh yeah, I was all in the industrial scene in high school. It's like, yeah, I had a bunch of albums. I did not realize that. Oh, all of that's actually being spawned out of Chicago, just 3 hours north. Like,
Yeah, that was
uh,
like Wax Tracks, right? If I
correct,
remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, yeah, everything I've seen, like I've seen KMFDM about 4 times, Lords of
Nice.
Acid, uh Pig, uh and uh and it was Cocksure, but that's Chris oh shoot, I can't remember his last name, Chris Coughlin or something like that. So I've
Oh
seen, yeah.
shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you were all up into that old school industrial scene, huh?
Right. And yeah, as I say, I
Nice,
just
nice.
as being a high schooler though, when this was all happening, I didn't really even know like, oh yeah, it's in
Well,
your backyard.
yeah, well, what's so cool about it is that this was the first EDM style album of its type to actually
Yeah.
get platinum status in its
Hmm.
sales and everything. And what's really cool is that it also has some other kind of heavy acts in there, like it has Fear Factory,
Right.
which was always I started off as more of a death metal band, but then eventually became more industrial over
Right.
time.
And
You know,
like Gravity Kills was big on every movie soundtrack in that
oh
time.
yeah, dude. Honestly, I actually really like Gravity Kills. They were always really like here in Texas. I live right outside of San Antonio. That's one of those bands that you'd hear on the local radio station, and people would just really stand them really hardcore here. You know, like
Hmm.
bands like Sponge, you know,
Oh, yeah.
or Stabbing Westward, or you
Yeah.
know,
Another
bands like
another
that.
Chicago, right.
So
Yeah. It's having
yeah.
wrestlers all over the soundtrack as well. So that's
Oh, I love Stabbing Westward was that was what my first concert actually was
ah,
Stabbing Westward with Big Wreck and Foo Fighters.
okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, then one yeah, so Stabbing Westward, yeah, that was a big band growing up for
Mm.
me and my friends actually
All right.
back in the day. So yeah, it was
Mhm.
awesome to hear them on this soundtrack. You know, especially early Stabbing Westward.
Oh yeah. I mean they go like the earliest I know of was on Clerks Violent Mood Swings, the
Uh huh.
famous Jay and Silent Bob dance sequence.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah. I love that.
I hear they're a hell of a party. According to Jeff Anderson from Clerks. I was at a Q&A for Clerks 3 um
Oh,
back
nice.
in
Okay.
2023 for that. And shit the bed on my question, but that was just like, oh crap, somebody asked it, but I'm already in the queue, so I got to try twisting it again. Um, so this is so with Mortal Kombat, you eventually so we get to find like this like I do like the remake. Just again, the Chris Lambert thing, like, oh, this feels like the quickening in a sense, like, oh yeah, just throw Reptile out there. Like it really didn't had
Yeah,
no sense of logic.
the script does not make a whole lot of sense. And what one of the videos that I watched on YouTube in prep for this, even back when like we've done this movie on
Right.
our podcast before. So I mean, back when then we did much of the same videos for prep, and I watched the Hack the Movies episode on it, which Tony just talked about how the script just made absolutely no sense. There's no logical consistency, and the whole reptile thing is part of that because
Right.
it's like, how does that work? You know, it's like we don't even really get an idea of what reptile is in this movie. And then
Mm.
when it's time to finally fight him, he just gets thrown into this statue, which possesses him or something. And
Yeah.
then honestly, it's a kick-ass fight, but it just doesn't make sense. It's like, where did
No,
this come from?
right.
You know?
Well, and I'll say though to that to the script's credit, it does have a um like it has its first act. Let's establish all the characters. Trevor Goddard, the actor who played Kano, really wish more stuff would have happened for him. There's a great Dolph Lundgren movie he was
I
in called Men of War,
I
and
know. I feel so bad for him because
yeah,
they pretty much finish his arc with Sonya like halfway through the movie, like maybe not even halfway.
oh
And it
yeah,
kind of felt like they could have really stretched that out a little further throughout the movie. I mean,
right,
that's because he was a very compelling character, so compelling that he pretty much is the canonical version of Kano going
mm.
forward from that movie. That's the
Oh yeah,
canonical version of Kano in the game franchise.
right.
So I
It's
mean, he
really,
became
really,
so important to the character, you
yeah,
know. But
really sucks that that he doesn't. You can't get his. You know, as I say, he committed suicide. I think 2003, 2004.
I
And
know that's
yeah,
very unfortunate.
and it's like, well, I can't get his skin for the Mortal Kombat 11. but that was
Yeah,
yeah, that was the like I haven't downloaded everything from that game, but oh yeah, the skins
I mean,
I'm
I
getting.
think even Shang Tsung in this movie, the actor who played him, like
Yeah, and,
even that's yeah,
I think
even that's
he is now Shang Tsung. I
yeah, no,
think.
that's Shang. That's
Yeah.
also the canonical Shang Tsung now. Just
Right.
that whole hamminess that he injected into it. It was very much, honestly, almost chewing scenery like Raul Julia did in Street Fighter, kind of. You
Yeah.
know, just that facial expression whenever he says "your soul is mine," like
Right.
putting all that emphasis on it. It's like, dude, that's almost as cold as as Raul Julia as M Bison. Like
Right.
it's kind of
Well,
comparable.
unlike Raul Julia, this is kind of Kerry Tagawa has been acting.
Hiroyuki, yeah.
Yeah, I've been watch. I know he's all the way. You can track him at least all the way back to the Last Emperor. Overrated Best Picture movie. Well, I can't say it's an overrated Best Picture movie, but
Mm.
it's one of those. Yeah, you well, yeah, it is overrated because you got it just for
I I always
history.
found I always found it to be a little bit of a boring movie, honestly, when I was a kid. To be
Well, it's a
honest,
yeah.
uh,
I didn't see it until about a year ago. So, and
yeah.
and as a you know somebody who thinks we're gonna eventually do this communism right. I mean, Star Trek says we do it right.
Eventually, we
Uh,
do it. Yeah, we have the
yeah.
gay space con.
So,
But
but
yeah,
this is pretty much his first. Like I know in '90, I think probably the same year or the year before, you had Rising Sun, um, where he's acting alongside Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery. Um,
uh-huh.
and he's in one of my favorite. Like the entire reason I ended up seeing Food Fight was because I was going to B Fest at Northwestern, an annual B movie thing they've done for 43 years now. Um,
Yeah.
and like, oh well, I'm interested. Something my older sister sold me on, and then I see the lineup, Showdown in Little Tokyo. I'm there.
Ooh, yeah,
So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
and it's basically the same performance, but you know, sadly not this is the first time he's really got a big profile. And I kind of
Yeah.
appreciate that Tim Burton brought him in for the remake of Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
Um
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean
Yeah.
there's a
I
lot
think I
of
remember him in that.
yeah. No, the Apes had a great story. Mark Wahlberg, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, he just had to Mark Wahlberg all over the place, right? I mean,
Yeah, and it's like, which is sad because like he had Boogie Nights, which you know, the guy can act when
mhm.
he wants to act.
Oh,
To
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
in The Departed, even. I mean, shit.
right. Yep. Um. So I just had some notes about. Of course, we got Robin Shu, who shows up in the Death Race franchise. He's in all
Yeah.
the. He didn't make it to Death Race Anarchy, but the the fourth one, which has nothing, which is set in the future. Danny Trejo's back. I mean, they do all right with it. Lot go
Yeah.
hard R on that one. I think it was a good.
Incidentally, I do have the original Death Race 2000 right here with Spielberg and everything. So
Well,
I just
Stallone
happen
on
to
it,
have that right here. Oh,
but
Stallone. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm all discombobulated.
Oh no,
Stallone on there.
I've got my Blu-ray copy of it. So
Hell
yep,
yeah,
it's yeah.
hell yeah.
But then there's so you got Robin Shu, and so of course Paul W.S. Anderson gave us the remake, which the only problem with the remake is it lacks that B movie charm that Roger Corman like
Uh huh.
that
Yeah,
that you like
exactly.
you just can't take yourself too seriously when you have, and that's a good thing Mortal Kombat did, at least this one. Like, and that's probably a fault of the 2021. Oh, people want serious. No, we know what we are getting into. Um, and that's kind of how Street Fighter ends up, you know, being okay in the future. And same thing with Super Mario Brothers. It's just like, oh, it's so bloody silly.
It's so
Yeah,
over the top and everything.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it took itself seriously, oh shit, that would be absolute garbage.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but I mean, the humor in this movie, it definitely strikes a decent balance. I mean, because you have
mhm.
to remember, Mortal Kombat in and of itself has always been a pretty humorous gaming franchise. There's
Oh
always
yeah,
the Dan Ford and Toasty stuff and all that.
right.
I mean,
And
there's
yeah,
always been an undercurrent of humor to it.
oh
So
no, it's a can't like it was just how do we make this stand out from Street Fighter? And Pit Fighter already did the digitized fighters. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and do ridiculous, obviously impossible gore effects. And that's how,
exactly.
and you
Well,
can't take it
the,
seriously. The biggest problem is who that like there are supposedly people who will take it seriously.
Congress took it seriously. That's why we have the
Yeah,
ESRB now.
right.
I mean,
Which I
Joseph
don't,
Lieberman, he took that seriously.
which I don't necessarily hate, honestly. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
I don't, yeah, I
a
don't,
rating system is not a bad thing with games. I mean,
yeah.
it hasn't really had a negative end effect on gaming in any real way.
No, it hasn't.
Not that I've seen, anyways.
Oh, the closest thing was hot coffee files that you could
Yeah,
find on
yeah, that
GTA
whole
San
thing. Yeah.
Andreas. Yeah. So, and when you bring up the comedy, you get like Lyndon Ashby is Johnny Cage, and he's just been like, a the guy who you call for the direct-to-video sequels, or a father slash sheriff type figure on TV.
Hey, kids, look what you can win in the Krusty Sweepstakes. To enter, send me your parents' brains. All right, parents' brains on a 3x5 card and send it to...
Hey there. What's going down?
Did you get the video?
How bad is this place? Bad. It's a whole like I've never seen. I got your back. Set it straight. This time, it's personal. Hit me. Maybe late, but make a big impression.
And I've just finished watching the third of the Escape Plan films, Escape Plan The Extractors, starring Sylvester Stallone. It's actually got a pretty stacked cast for a Chinese-funded film. Sylvester Stallone, Dave Bautista, 50 Cent makes an appearance, 50 Cent makes an appearance, Jamie King, Devin Sawa is your bad guy, Daniel Bernhardt, your now standard European martial arts heavy. And it just, one of the biggest problems is Amazon Prime right now will put captions over subtitles. This is a movie where everybody speaks so low or in a foreign language that you'd want the subtitles on, and it just gets blurred up. Stallone's doing his most Stallone voice, and everybody else just seems pretty quiet. I don't know, they get lapel mics for everybody, no booms. I don't get it. Action sequences are okay. Dave Bautista's just a day's work. I'm sure it's the same thing with 50 Cent. This one, at least, is a little more based around Stallone, unlike the Escape Plan 2, but it doesn't have the craziness of Escape Plan 2, which was basically just trying to be like a realistic Tron legacy. So, the story itself is easy to follow and understand. Devin Sawa wants vengeance for Vincent D'Onofrio from the first film. Spoiler alert, sorry. And he's going to try screwing out a Black Ops prison company from China as well. So a couple kidnappings, calling out Stallone, and there's your film. At least this time, we don't have to worry about Stallone making it evident that he can't throw a kick. Otherwise, probably one of his weaker films.
We've had a doozy of a day.
A real doozy.
All right.
All right, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties. I was going on about Lyndon Ashby and the comedy of this feature, and how I was surprised he wasn't able to really turn this into something besides, being a constant TV personality. And he shows up in Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Extinction, and otherwise he's the person you throw in when you have a direct-to-video sequel.
Yeah, it seems like he did kind of get typecast a little bit after this movie, unfortunately, which kind of sucks because I mean he showed a great deal of charisma and talent in this film. I mean,
Yeah,
and even as a martial artist,
right. Oh yeah, no, I know he was a Taekwondo practitioner. But yeah, it's the only other martial arts movie I've seen him in was Steven Seagal starring Against the Dark, which was supposed to be Seagal versus vampires.
Oh,
Um
what the fuck? Oh no.
yeah. So Seagal doesn't do a lot of the fighting in that one. They leave it to one of the cousins of the Samoan dynasty.
Yeah,
Um
that sounds about right. It
yeah.
does when it comes to
Uh
Seagal.
Right, and and I don't think he has a scene with Seagal. I think it's basically he's with Keith David. So I mean, they give it like they got everybody, but he's just probably shot for a day with Keith David as the people supervising Seagal's mission to save somebody from vampires. So, um, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not worth the time at all, sadly. And that's it really sad when you say Keith David and Lyndon Ashby. So
Damn. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, they're two actors that they have a lot of talent, and to see them together, that you would think that that would get a little more hype, but you know,
yeah. Well, it's stuff you should have put on the box at least if you're going to try selling it, especially direct it.
at the very least,
Yeah,
definitely.
direct to video stuff. We're looking for the supporting characters if you can't deliver on the action, dare I say. Um, so right now I got the movie playing in my peripheral. This is after uh the crew tries to follow Katana, Talisa Soto, who
Talissa Soto, yes.
yep, who was also in License to Kill with Cary Hiroyuki.
Nice.
Yeah,
So there's some history there. That's good.
right. Yeah. So yeah, Cary Hiroyuki just has a bit where he's about to basically he captures James Bond to send him back to the UK, and what after Bond goes and wrecks his attempt to bust Robert Davi. But and yep, so that's just a little bit. So we've got the like pretty much probably the toughest fight scene would be trying to, at least from a director standpoint, is shoot the action of three people taking on a gang.
Oh
Uh
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And again, like I don't know, like Christopher Lambert had to be just as you say partying throughout because he's just he's on all the time in the movie, and it's like it's what people loved about his characters, I suppose. Um,
Yeah, I mean it's the most it's one of the most memorable parts of the movies, other than Shang Tsung's performance and whatever, Carrie's performance as Shang Tsung and whatnot.
right.
Uh, Also, but honestly, I think that when it comes to the fight scenes in this movie, I mean, I would say that the one that comes to mind the most for me would be that in the middle of the movie, you have Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. That is
Yes.
really cool because it starts in one area. It starts in a rubber plantation at
Mm,
first, and then it shifts over uh, to a set piece that I guess is hell. It's Scorpion's level, pretty much.
right.
And
Oh,
the set design there was so cool. I
Yeah.
really liked how they really they reference like actual Himalayan burial traditions and whatnot, but just kind of put a sinister spin on it. Just kind of had this infinite void of nothing but elevated corpses and whatnot
Well,
in a
it's
put up in a traditional fashion. So
well
it's
it
like, yeah,
it's the most it's the most Mortal Kombat esque, at least when it comes to the atmosphere.
yeah,
Um, it's because you get the Johnny Cage shadow kick, which makes a lot more sense than the banquet kit.
yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
like, dude, you can't clear the long jump record is 9 feet. You can't clear it with a jumping sidekick.
Yeah, right, right.
So you almost deserve to be turned into ice and shattered. And with the banquet scene, it's kind of like, damn, they were like no hospitality at all. Like you could have easily fit a Kumite style ramp and
At
still
the
have everybody
least.
still have everybody eat, and then get stomachs full, and then you have a triangle of sadness puking scene. Like,
Yeah, crazy thing is everything in those banquet scenes and also that scene between on the table and that scene between Goro and Kano, all that was 100% real stuff. That was all real.
oh, well,
So
it's only
they just chunked it all on the fucking ground and everything. It's like,
yeah.
wow.
Well, it is 1995. We're only 2 years removed from Jurassic Park changing Hollywood, probably for I don't know. You could
Yeah.
say you could say better, you could say worse. Either is a valid answer. Um, so that's so it's just little nitpicks from me, honestly, for that one. But now that I'm watching, we got the first soul about to be sucked. Um, the nameless black fighter, and it's kind of like,
Oh
oh, we.
yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna have nameless fighters, we should have gone more blood sport with it. Like the styles. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give them all like a character, based on what type of fighting style they
right.
were using and whatnot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Paco the kickboxer, the um I African
Uh-huh.
bouncing around guy.
Are you
I re-
sure you're not thinking of the Quest?
well, the quest was no
That's
Bloods.
another kind of
Oh,
Kumite-ish.
I think that's the movie that was the falling out between Con Man Frank Dukes and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Um
Because that was when his story started to become a little too fantastical. And it's just
right.
like, uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm not saying that, like, I've seen Frank Dukes do the coin trick, so it's not like I don't believe he's dangerous. But I think it was I took it from Joey Styles doing a when Steve Austin asked him about New Jack, and it's like, I've been told listen to everything, believe half of it. So
Yeah.
if New Jack says he has four justifiable homicides, that means he's at least killed two people.
At the
So
very least, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, but New Jack was a character. Rest his soul, man. And
yes,
what a guy. What a guy.
right. So we were at the Kano Sonya Blade fight, and honestly, like I say, the Scorpion Cage fight is the most true to the video game because you have the all the moves, the fatalities, the friendship joke that was thrown in there with the like
Yeah,
uh
with the signed, with the autographed
right.
photo and everything.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I've heard podcasts like how did this get made? Yeah, no, how did that happen? It's like that's one you're not supposed to think about. Like,
No, it's just a total wink to the fans. It's fan
right,
service. You're not
exactly.
supposed to think about it.
Uh, so yeah, so when I say the Kano Sonya Blade fight's the most true to how the video game played, it's just because of how limited these actors ability to perform martial arts is. I mean, I know Trevor Goddard's was a boxer, pretty good one, but yeah, uh, Bridget. Oh shoot, never remember her name. She's married
Bridget,
to Sam.
Bridget Wilson, I want to say it
Bridget,
was.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Bridget Wilson's
she was
uh
in Billy Madison, I
Billy
believe.
Madison. I think the last thing I knew she was in was the remake of House on Haunted Hill, which is one I gotta take the time to watch. I happen to like
Oh,
the 13 Ghosts movie. I
oh,
mean,
I
it's
love those movies as well. Those are amazing. The remakes are fantastic. Good little
well,
double feature.
right. So, yeah, it's just as I say, this was definitely like you couldn't afford stunt performers or again,
Yeah.
uh Paul W.S. Anderson. This is only his second feature. I'm meaning to watch his first one, Shopping, which seems really cool about just Sean Pertwee and Jude Law robbing places by crashing cars through windows.
Yeah, it looks really really interesting for a low budget film. You
Right.
know, yeah.
Yeah. So with that and sorry, just checking to see. Okay, yeah, Audacity's still working for me. Uh so there's honestly it's like if there is anything to be said about the Mortal Kombat 2021 is it at least it gave some characters to our ninjas essentially.
It did, and it actually gave them the better backstory, rather than
Right.
here where they're literally just brainwashed slaves for Shang Tsung. So
Yes.
we don't really get a backstory as to how that came to be. So, I mean, we just they're just kind of there, and
Right.
it's so sad because they're like arguably the most iconic characters in all of Mortal Kombat. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they're
like
Ryu and
seriously.
Ken. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. They're
yeah.
the Ryu and Ken of the series. I mean, so much that we even got other ninjas. We got Rain, we got Ermac, we got Chameleon. Uh,
Yeah.
and Noob Saibot.
Right.
And here they are. They're just lackeys for Shang Tsung, and they barely. I mean, Scorpion has his voice played by Ed Boon, of course.
Yes.
But I mean, that's still very, very very sparse. I mean, he's still just literally like, get over here or get
Right.
down here. But Sub Zero, he doesn't really have much of a character other than, he commands ice, that's pretty
Right.
much it.
So with that said though, it kind of so as I say, you got your first act introducing our characters. The second act is showing that they can fight essentially. And
Yeah.
then you pretty much have the third act so this is like four acts essentially. The third act is and I think it works out well except for Sonya Blade is you have stories for Johnny Cage and Liu Kang. Johnny
Yeah.
Cage has to watch his friend get killed by Goro and determine how he's going to defeat Goro. So that's like a two fight segment. And then you have the entire Katana coaching on Liu Kang for the Sub Zero fight. And
Exactly. Yeah.
then Sonya Blade becomes the damsel in distress.
Yeah, that's very disappointing. I mean, she was shown to be very capable, I mean,
Mm.
she took out Kano rather effortlessly. And
Yeah.
even at the beginning of the movie, she's seen to be a total tactical operator, just running
Hmm.
through that mosh pit trying to find Kano and everything. So she has abilities, and they just relegate her to the damsel in distress, even going so far as to say, no, she's not going to win. It's like,
Yeah.
come on now. Sonya Blade could beat Shang Tsung, I think. I
Right.
think
Well,
she could.
Shang Tsung was the easy part of the like if you get past Goro,
Uh huh.
uh
Exactly. The endurance challenges in Goro were the real. That was the real gist of Mortal Kombat right there. Shang Tsung was practically kind of a throwaway character in many ways. Essentially, it wasn't until
yeah,
Mortal Kombat 2 until they made like you know, a real threat as a
right.
character. You know.
Hmm. And but I guess to their credit, they only stick to the original 10 fighters for this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So,
Everybody is covered in this movie, along with a couple of the Mortal Kombat 2 characters, namely
um
Katana
mhm.
and Jax is very briefly in the
Right.
movie.
Correct. So, And oh gosh, let's not even pretend. Let's just forget about Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, that's gonna have to be a bad movie review for us eventually because
Oh
I
yeah.
remember going. I saw both of these movies in the theater. I saw the
Oh
original Mortal Kombat in the theater,
yeah.
but
And I
I
was there opening weekend for Annihilation.
oh yeah, that was rough,
And
rough.
this is the first time my older sister brought up. Yeah, there's a credit embargo. I mean, a critic embargo. Like, no critics are allowed to see it
Oof.
until the midnight Friday, whatever day in December of 1997 that was.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I mean,
Oof.
it's just really sad because Brian Thompson, the guy who plays Shao Kahn, is like, oh, this is a guy you really want to see get more work, especially after Cobra. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
so, and I think that's a movie where everybody took the paycheck more, not really the paycheck. It was basically, oh, my kids want to see me do this type
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't even get Lyndon Ashby back or Bridget
Bridget
Wilson.
Wilson,
No,
yeah,
didn't get either of them back because mainly because Lyndon Ashby was just like, "What the fuck? I'm going to get killed 10 minutes into the movie." It's like,
yeah,
come on now, and I think that Bridget had just other scheduling issues and everything,
right,
so she couldn't come back. But they did get Robin's show back
yeah.
at the
They
very
got
least, you know.
and right, and yeah, it's just basically, I think, not to say that, I mean, Anderson didn't write the script for this one, but he definitely wanted more time. He had Event Horizon anyhow,
Yeah,
and
he did.
yeah, so and his name would be pretty much toxic until Resident Evil, I guess, because Event Horizon, I still don't think's made its money back, even with all the success on video.
Yeah,
Uh,
unfortunately, I mean, it's a great movie, probably
yeah,
his best.
yeah. I can't really argue that. I mean, it's the only one that it doesn't seem like he's a director for hire on.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Um, but I haven't given Pompeii a chance, and or like honestly though, if it's 3D directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, it's kind of like, well, you should give it a chance. He at least it's weird. Like, I tried to look up his history, and I thought, well, maybe he was a music video guy beforehand. And
Yeah, yeah. No,
no, no,
no. He started as an indie filmmaker. He has a bachelor's in film and literature and
yeah,
everything. So
hmm
he's an educated filmmaker, 100%.
right. So, which I think lends you to be, I mean, if you don't get that great indie movie director for hire, sadly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he went to school, so he'll at least be competent.
At the very least, I mean, he'll at least know how to frame a shot, and use rule of thirds and all that mess. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, right. And yeah, I was actually into all the Resident Evils. I'd say the only one that didn't work was Final Chapter, and that's
yeah. I'm gonna say that honestly, all in all, the Resident Evil series by Paul W.S. Anderson with Mila Jovovich in it is not really the worst thing in the world to sit through, like
no,
as a whole.
no, it ends up being bad horror, but it's and you could say that's probably the reason why we got the Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 video games
Oh yeah,
abandoned in
definitely,
horror. Uh, but it's fun, silly action, and it's shut your brain off stuff. And
exactly, yeah.
yeah, so I'm
And,
not, you can't
and
get angry at
honestly,
it.
I honestly feel like the first Resident Evil movie is actually not a half bad movie.
Oh
It's
no,
actually a lot of fun.
it's the last good zombie movie until the runners came around.
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but still very much an action-based zombie movie. That's
That is
pretty
true.
much
Yeah.
what started that whole trend.
Right. No, that's fair. So let's see. Alrighty, getting through these notes. So yeah, if there's one error in the direction, it's during the Liu Kang reptile fight, which is probably the best fight in the feature,
Yeah.
is that you can see that Reptile's wearing Otomic's uh
Oh
uh
yeah, that's
fighting
right.
shoes. Like, oh, he does a backflip fall and like, oh no, you shouldn't like I don't know, I guess Nike could go through the portal as well. Like, hey,
Yeah,
hey, you
apparently.
guys you guys got a market for this? I mean, this is capitalism at its finest. Just exploit the poor. Like, oh, those
Yeah,
look pretty
exactly.
cool.
Even in fucking Outworld, apparently. It's like, damn.
Yeah. So that's let's see. Alrighty, getting through these notes. And now the biggest problem I guess with like so I had Mortal Kombat on VHS and then it's like I want to upgrade to at least have everything in HD 4K preferably, but you know, uh
Yeah.
I work two jobs, meaning I have no money. So um but oh, I'm actually getting to the Goro finally getting the fight, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's the I like the montage of him just throwing people down. As a underemployed professional wrestler, I'd love to wonder how it feels to bump on that those little rocks.
It couldn't
Uh,
be it couldn't be pleasant, I'm sure. I mean, but
well,
I'm
yeah, but it's
most wrestlers are used to bumping on concrete and whatnot, so yeah.
we all end up having to take that bump, which
Uh
is kind of more frustrating when you see a stunt man like going back to the first real bit of humor, and I can go on a rant about that. The introduction of Johnny Cage, where you see him shooting a movie, and the one guy who just doesn't know when to fall down, which is
yeah, it's like
it,
that's a yeah, what a way to insult your stunt workers, man. It's like, I mean, those are usually pretty professional people, you know?
right,
I
but
mean,
like when I finally see him take that bump, it's like, oh come on.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's a little light on the selling a little bit.
yeah. Well, he doesn't really do the flat back. It's like, oh,
Ouch. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, and watching Goro beat up our guy who, like, you kind of wish maybe they would give him another scene, but
At the very
uh,
least. But
yeah,
can we talk about the actual effects on the Goro
mm,
animatronic? I mean, that was
yeah.
really well done for its time.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, it's gonna be yeah, no, just looking at his eyes and everything, it's better than what they did in 2021. Uh
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, but they also give Goro a little more time. Again, it's not the as I say the Highlander 2 the quickening thing where Michael Ironside just sends out another person to try killing Connor McLeod.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a little more thought put into it.
Yeah.
Makes him
Well, I
feel
mean, well, if
more
you remember
special.
Goro, well, if you remember Goro is actually the champion. He's the reigning champion of Mortal Kombat at that
Yeah.
point. And
Hmm.
and I love that scene between him and Kano. Like it's
Oh,
just so random, but it just fits so well because they're both such despicable characters in many ways,
right.
you know. But you could tell that as a Shokan Prince, you know, Goro has a little more class, a little more grace to himself, and it's amazing that they actually translated that well through the animatronic and everything, while juxtaposing that with Kano being just disgusting, literally spitting food out and throwing
Hmm.
entire turkey legs, throwing the poor animal's leg on the fucking ground and
Yeah.
whatnot. It's like I mean, that's just a real amazing piece of animatronic special effects right there. I mean,
Hmm.
almost on par with what they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a way.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, in the first Turtles movie, I mean, the animatronics there were so emotive. You know,
Oh
I mean
yeah.
that campfire scene will bring you to tears, and it's like
Uh-huh.
it shouldn't be that way because they're animatronics. These are puppets.
Yeah,
but here, like
especially
with
when you are
yeah,
they are Muppets like Jim
exactly.
Henson.
Yeah, they're Jim Henson. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's Jim Henson's light and magic and everything.
right.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So
but I
that's
mean, yeah, the Goro, his scene there, like it's almost like he's chewing the scenery himself. But it's like, how do they get that effect when that's literally an animatronic on top of a guy with animatronic arms and
yeah.
a head and everything? It's like it was really kind of an achievement for its time, I think.
Oh yeah, and they don't overexpose it, which is
Yeah,
the most
exactly.
important thing. Like the Goro fight with Johnny Cage. Um, I mean, it's pretty much just played for laughs, essentially. Like,
Yeah, and that's the way that you go for a fight between those two characters, because he's a quippy action character essentially,
mhm.
and who has the punch in the nuts. Like
Yes.
that's one of his moves from the game.
Mm,
So I mean, it's exactly the way that I would have written that fight, honestly.
right. Oh yeah, it's and as I say, it doesn't expose your limitations.
Exactly.
Which is
Yeah.
an important like that's and it brings me back. So I was going on just notes like when you see Master Boyd, the person who tells Johnny Cage, "Oh, fight in the tournament," which obviously Shang Tsung, but well,
Yeah.
which means oh, he took his soul. Jeez, like
Yard. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Jason, who's in a lot of John Carpenter movies. I know he's in Escape from L.A., Prince of Darkness, They Live, um,
Yeah. I
Ghost,
remember him. Those
yeah,
those are all movies I have. I remember him.
yep, yeah, Ghosts of Mars, and then bringing up the entire Christopher Lambert as Asian God thing. Like I was recently at C2E2 a couple months ago, and it's kind of sad that he wasn't an official guest, but James Pax, who played Lightning from um, Big Trouble
Oh,
in Little
okay.
China,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really, really cool guy. Got to meet him. He got $70 off of me, so.
Nice.
But very 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 cool guy, and it's kind of like, and then thinking about all these John Carpenter connections, like, and how John Carpenter is a video game nut. It's
He
like,
is. He's a full on gamer. Oh, he
yeah,
literally just wants to smoke weed and play video games these days.
don't blame that. That's how you should spend your retirement. Like,
Exactly. I mean, why not?
uh, right. Uh, so I got to get my dad hooked up with some. Gotta work on my dad
Uh-huh.
again. He did his best to keep up. He was like my mom would complain about him playing Space Invaders before before us kids came along,
Uh-huh. Oh wow.
all night. But yeah, really mean to try getting him. He did his best to like, oh yeah, my older sister's not gonna play me in baseball. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like this is kind of like, can we bring out John Carpenter like for Mortal Kombat 2? Like
That would be superb, honestly,
I
man.
yeah.
John Carpenter would have been back in the day if they would have made if something like this would have come out in the 80s. It's like he would have been the one to make it, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Oh well,
And
I mean,
I
or
mean, Big Trouble in Little
whoever
China, that was actually a huge influence on the Mortal Kombat game itself.
oh yeah.
So
Oh well, Mortal Kombat, like the game itself is just a we got to come up with a new product, and it's one of the most derivative un, un, you know derivative in the sense like, okay, we're trying to get Street Fighter. Okay, we want Jean-Claude Van Damme.
yeah,
So they
it was originally going to be a Universal Soldier game.
oh, okay, I did not
Yeah,
know
it was
that.
that's what it was going to be. It was Universal Soldier, but that license fell through, and then they just kind of ran with the whole Jean Claude Van Damme association, and they kind of based it more so off of the Kumite from Bloodsport. more or
Right.
less. So, and of course Johnny Cage, they that was supposed to be the Jean Claude Van Damme character.
Oh
So
no, and they still wanted Van Damme for that.
they did, but he was doing Street Fighter, unfortunately,
Yeah.
which sucks because honestly, I think that he would have fit better as Cage than Guile, like way better,
Oh,
to
well,
be
no,
honest.
well, obviously Cage could be anybody. He
Yeah,
could
but it just would
if
have
you're
been
gonna be Guile, you're gonna have to be a freaking you have to be an American gung ho. You can't get away with like maybe if Street Fighter would explain, so why does he speak funny?
right.
Which was the thing you would see in a lot of Van Damme movies like Hard Target. Oh, he's Cajun or Creole,
Creole,
you know,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Or in Universal Soldier, oh, you've been frozen for a long time. I guess that explains why you don't speak very well, or you don't speak English in a American sense, which also explain.
Meanwhile, Belgium is just like, is our accent a joke to y'all? It's like, damn it.
Yeah,
But
so it's and oh, I love the extras during the Goro fight. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
they're amazing. Like honestly, all the extras that played the guards in this movie, like there's some interesting actions going on in the background if you really look closely
Oh
at them.
yeah.
It's
Well,
like
you got a
they
but.
were really funny.
Oh yeah. Well, you got a couple of guys who like. Are you sure you couldn't have gotten the Barbarian brothers for that?
Right, right.
So it's like, yeah. It's. I mean, this movie is fun throughout. Honestly, that's like it's not high art, but there's elements like, well, shoot, they did their damnedest to come up with something. I
Absolutely.
like they know we can't, and it's essentially something with Hollywood, especially after the 80s and once you had Die Hard, where oh, your action hero doesn't have to be a roided up guy
Yeah.
who can hardly speak English. No offense, Sly. Uh,
Yeah.
um, but then it's like, well, you got to ground stuff in realism, and that pretty much killed the B movie, at least when it comes to theaters. Like, fortunately, you got Gary Daniels movies in the 90s, to a less, and Daniel Bernhardt, who's like a stamp of approval on any action movie now if you got him in a supporting role.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh, Now that I see them pulling away from the mountain during the Goro fight, that does say something about the curse of HD and 4K.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
like when I bought it on VHS, oh yeah, it looks fine, and then I think it's more of a 4K issue with the dynamic range. Like and I
Yeah.
saw it watching the Crow, and it's like, oh, you separate the colors and such, and then it's like, oh yeah, this doesn't like this has not is not aging well. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
and
I
and
kind of
you
feel like there's yeah, there's
there's
certain movies that
scenes early on where like during the boat sequence, and like the effects they don't hold up there, and the shadows that they're trying to use to build suspense, they're all exposed in higher definition.
yeah,
um like I
damn.
like I almost liked League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and then I saw it on in HD, and like, oh shit,
Oh
this
God, no.
like
Oof.
the movie was bad. I mean, but I liked Blade, so it's kind of like, hey, we should give the director a little more work. And then, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I think that it makes an argument that there's just some movies that don't really need a 4K upgrade, because it's just not going to fit within the context of the film itself, and
right.
like I guess this is one of those movies that's just kind of like that.
Well, I always liked it, and I've said it before. It's kind of like, really, how many movies actually have to be in color?
Yeah,
I
No,
mean,
you don't need to colorize every movie. It's like,
well,
I mean, they a lot of them look just fine with their original black and white. At least
yeah.
that's how I feel.
Oh yeah. Well, Clerks 3 had an entire joke about it. Like, and it honestly, it's not really a joke. It's how why. Well, one, I think Kevin Smith could only afford black and white when he did Clerks, but
Uh-huh.
two, he basically oh, Jay, in Clerks 3, Silent Bob's the director, and it's
Oh,
like
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot this in black. And Jay saying I gotta shoot this in black. He's gonna shoot it in black and white. No, we don't need to do black and white. And then that's Silent Bob's moment of speaking into the feature. Like,
Okay.
look, you got the shadows here. No, you can't. The contrast isn't gonna work. You need this. We need to shoot it in black and white.
I
Um,
gotcha. Nice.
no, but
Oh yeah.
what I'm saying is, it's like, dude, if your movie is not science fiction, uh, I don't think you need color to begin with.
Probably not,
Yeah.
honestly. In many cases.
Mhm. Like, it was the gimmick of Wizard of Oz. It like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was a nice gimmick as well, you know.
oh yeah, oh no,
But,
again,
yeah.
yeah, the professional wrestler in me, I'd love a good gimmick.
Of course.
um,
Right on.
yeah. So, I guess I was bringing up James Pax, and then Christopher, like, oh, he would have been a nice. Maybe he could have been Raiden. He speaks well enough. He's actually like
Perhaps.
he's
Perhaps.
actually he's actually like Bruce Lee. He's born in America and grew up in China. Um, so that's and I don't know. James Pax is the director, so hey, again, people for Mortal Kombat 2 whenever
Exactly.
that comes out. Um, but and honestly, like the CG in this movie, aside from like exterior effects, I think like the reptile stuff isn't that bad, honestly.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but it
Yeah.
certainly hasn't aged well. But
Oh
I think
no,
that it adds to the charm of the movie. It really
oh yeah.
does.
Oh no, and I think that's something. I think it's something that's a problem with practical effects, that is so harsh on CG, is because uh a lot of CG effects look better than whatever practical effects you had in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think people are just stuck up on the concept. Well, it was real back then,
No, there's a
which,
lot of practical effects in the 80s where you could really tell, you
oh
know.
yeah,
But
no,
then
no,
again, there's a lot of bad CGI where you can really tell that it's out of context of the
oh
movie and
yeah, oh
everything.
no,
So,
it's,
you
well, it
know,
was something being brought up with the uh recently with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
podcast I listened to called Screen Drafts, and they recently did their Planet of the Apes super draft, where they did, I believe, all 10 of the movies.
Oh, hell
And
yeah, man.
and
I
and
love the original. I mean, that's
right. Well,
badass.
and I think like it was like it's definitely worth a listen to see how they screw up that list, honestly.
Oh,
Because
I see.
people have their own motivations. So the show works as like, oh, we're gonna rank them, but we're gonna do it in a draft style. So wherever you get your pick works. Some people, like, everybody gets a veto where they can say, well, this movie doesn't deserve to be that high, or it needs to be higher. And
Yeah, I
and
got you. I
right,
think I know which podcast you're talking about.
yeah, and no, you get people who are just agents of chaos, like
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Yeah,
like I
it sounds like that would kind of encourage that a little bit.
right, exactly. So, but they were basically saying like, okay, you got the physical effects of the original Planet of the Apes movies, and like a lot of people are saying those are just going to age better than the CG effects that the new franchise is entirely based upon.
Yeah, yeah.
And as I say, with when it comes back to Planet of the Apes 2000 or 2001, whatever, um no, it had to be 2001 because Tim Burton and Kevin Smith got into a Page Six feud over because of the
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So um yeah, I mean I still like the makeup effects there. It's like when and I liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but it's like, oh come on, if it's not gonna be if it's not gonna be makeup, what's the point?
I know you gotta have a little bit of makeup, if anything, as an homage to the original Planet of the Apes. I mean, which had amazing practical makeup effects for its time, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like, and that's what makes the Tim Burton movie kind of quaint, at the very
Yeah.
least.
Right,
At least
right.
once you get past Mark Wahlberg, of course.
Yeah. Um, geez, now I'm thinking, is that the movie that, well, I think it is the movie that, I mean, it's weird with directors when they start, ditching one actress wife for the next, or
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like, and I know, Catherine Bigelow is not an actress, but, it was, James Cameron would produce her movies, then like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and sleep with her instead of Gail Ann Hurd. And
Yeah,
then
sounds about right.
and
Yeah.
then it became Linda Hamilton, and after
Oh, jeez.
yeah, and then we're talking about Tim Burton, and I know his wife was on that movie, and then Tim Burton ends up with Helen Bonham Carter for a bit, and it's kind of like,
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know. We just need a female director, which there aren't enough of, like to even the playing field. So we,
Yeah, we've got Greta
so
Gerwig, but we need more.
yeah, right. And yeah, and she's still going to be called the home wrecker on that one. But
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, more than likely.
right.
Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the call for equality. Just men don't think of it well. Like, oh, it's unfair when it happens this way. Well, yeah, but it's unfair that we have all the power to start.
Exactly. No, 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 you're not wrong there at all.
Right.
Like,
So,
seriously.
all right. Well, I mean, I don't have too many other notes. Anything that comes to mind about this feature you want to bring up?
Um, Other than what we spoke about throughout this episode, not really. Other than, I do, of course, highly recommend, if you haven't seen this movie yet, watch it by all means.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it is the original OG good video game adaptation.
Hmm.
Arguably, if unless you want to argue about Super Mario Brothers, which I think is a great movie, just a different context.
Well, no,
But
they like Super Mario Brothers 93 and Street Fighter 94 are fun movies. But
absolutely,
Street Fighter 94, that was a no, it's a bad adaptation. And
bad
Super Mario,
adaptation, bad adaptation, but a fun movie nonetheless.
right.
Mainly because of its cast, I would say.
Yes. Oh yeah, Wes Studi, Kylie Minogue, like
Kylie
yeah, you could
Minogue, exactly. Raul Julia, of course.
Ming Na
You know,
Wen,
Ming Na Wen was great in that.
yeah,
She really
right.
was.
Yeah. Uh but and Super Mario Brothers I think is a good movie, but no, it's a crap at like you have to ignore
It's a
like
it's a
it's
terrible Mario Brothers movie.
right. So I guess yeah, really maybe Resident Evil again, Paul W.S. Anderson, but then you don't get, he bases it around his wife,
Uh-huh,
not
exactly.
not Jill, not Claire. So then you could go, so honestly, it may not be till Super Mario Brothers 2023. Oh no, Sonic the Hedgehog. There
Sonic
you
the
go.
Hedgehog, I mean, which is actually a pretty good adaptation of the character. He was
Yeah,
always just kind of a kid in his own right.
right. And Eggman, I mean Jim Carrey's Eggman
Oh, fantastic!
is
I
right.
love Jim Carrey as Eggman. That's one of his best roles in years.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but this one, it's really true to the video game. Makes you consider the lore of the video game because let's just face it, it's an arcade game. You throw quarters in, you rip heads off. or you
Exactly.
I should say you wait for the computer to rip your head off because
Yeah,
God,
it's
yeah,
it's especially Mortal Kombat 2. God damn it, that
Yeah.
computer is a cheater in that game.
Well, true, but I'm just saying the difficulty of like that's the biggest problem with Mortal Kombat the video game is the controls like to be different than Street Fighter ends up being like
Yeah,
even there's no smoothness to it. Like you're gonna hit back and then hit your button. Like
yeah, exactly.
so the
Yeah,
guy
it's
the guy knows I'm retreating
yeah, yeah, exactly.
to throw a fireball at him. Like and then the finishing moves are damn near impossible, or at least
I know. I think I've maybe successfully done maybe one fatality in the original Mortal Kombat
you're
the
right.
entire time I've ever played it. You
Yeah,
know, and I think it may have been Johnny Cage's uppercut decapitation. Maybe
right.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah, and I do appreciate the recent games, 9 through 11. I haven't played one, um, where you at least get to practice the finishing moves on your own.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you can't hit it in there, at least you know you've done it before. So, um, yeah. So I am seeing the final fight now. Shay, like,
Oh yeah, Shang Tsung
yeah,
and Liu Kang.
right.
Yep.
It is fun though that Cary Hiroyuki has been able to, keep playing these villains. He's
Yeah.
in he's Mishima in the Tekken franchise movies.
Nice, nice.
He is he's the villain in the sequel to The Man in the Iron Mask, which was underappreciated.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. The man in the not the Man in the Iron Mask, I'm sorry, the Man with Iron Fist.
Oh, okay. I got
The
you. I got you.
the movie RZA directed,
Okay,
which,
okay.
which is one of
Oh
the
yeah, yeah. Nice.
which is one of the first great Dave Batista roles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
oh
I
yeah.
like I like the Rob Van Dam movie Wrong Side of Town,
Oh
but
yeah, man.
I mean, I thought RVD is doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah, Dave on the other hand, yeah, um,
He has real talent as an actor. Real talent.
well, Dave does, but I'm just saying if you watch
Yeah.
the watch Wrong Side of Town, it
Oof.
wasn't apparent there.
I got you. I got you.
Like you're being out acted by Mr. RVD 420.
Oh my god. Damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that era Rob Van Dam. Oof.
yeah. Well, no, not that era Rob Van Dam because he had to clean himself up. He couldn't be RVD
Oh, that's right.
420.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's
Oh
right.
no, just the dude, yo,
Oh,
which is
just
a
going
word.
full stoner, full stereotypical stoner character.
Well, I'm
Or
just saying, like you had, if you remember, the first one night stand where Rob Van Dam said, like, "Look, I've been limited to whoa and dude," when we all knew that RVD 420 just meant ice just smoked your ass. and,
no, yeah.
and it's
Hell
it's
yeah, man.
raw it's Rob Van Dam the whole fucking show. So
Fuck yeah, man.
yeah,
Classic shit.
right. And if you want that when he was acting, I guess you'd go to Black Mask 2 City of Mask,
Oh
which
man, I've seen the first Black Mask. I can't say I've seen the second one.
oh, I would say the second one is a better watch just because of how wretched it is. I mean,
Nice.
I'm not saying it's unwatchable. It's just like how the hell did this happen? Like you
Oh,
have
I love
like
movies like that.
like
Hell yeah.
it's early Scott Atkins, English martial artist actor. It's got
Yeah.
Tracy Lords as a primary character. Tobin
Oh my
Bell
god.
from Saw is pretty prevalent. Like,
Oh my god, this movie sounds amazing. Holy
uh,
shit.
the visual effects are just goddamn awful. This is CG at its worst, but it's like can't turn away from it. Like,
Wow. Wow, man. That
so
you I think you just sold that movie for me,
I
man.
no
Like
I
seriously.
like I talked about it on a podcast. Like I was coming up with a like, oh, no guests lined up. Well, I guess I want to watch a lot of movies and try to make it make sense. So I did
Exactly.
like
Yeah, yeah.
did a marathon, and it's like, yes, Black Mass 2. I no, it's not good at all. But yeah, you like I think you owe it to it's not painful, I guess is the most important thing.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's what's best. It's not painful or painfully boring, even.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
right. Yeah,
as long as it's
so
not that. I mean,
mm, right. Yep. So I mean that's the message of all podcasts that are not just covering Citizen Kane.
exactly. It's like, it's watchable. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, with that said, I guess we should close her out. So, you're the host of Collateral Cinema,
Exactly.
fun movie podcast. I know you have your own video game offshoot of that, if I'm correct, or if I'm
Yep, that is Collateral Gaming. That's headed up by our good friend and co-host Ashley Chancellor. And you can find both podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. But I mean, we mainly try to push good pods, because we like the more indie podcast focus on that app. So find us
okay.
there and give us a 5-star review there, so that we can climb up the ranks. And of course, we have our Patreon, we have our Buy Me a Coffee, and we're a T Public affiliate. So
All right.
uh, yeah, if you look in our show notes, you should be able to find our T Public affiliate link. And also, I do a Let's Play show on YouTube, Collateral Let's Play, and we're doing Beat 'em Up Fridays right now.
All
I
right.
try. I tried to play Splatterhouse, but that game kind of kicked my ass. And so
Oh.
if you want to go and watch an old arcade game completely whoop my ass, yeah, go watch the most current video that's up there.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Okay, well, so 90 for Chill the podcast is on all your major podcast apps. I should go. You said Good Pods, correct?
good pods. Yes, I
No,
mean,
I
yeah,
should.
I recommend checking them out and maybe getting
uh,
on there. It's
Okay.
actually a pretty cool little app.
All right, very good. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
as I said, I'm with podcasters on podcasters for Spotify or Spotify for podcasters.
Yeah.
I was on Podbean, like and Spotify for podcasts is about to get a lot crappier. I'm gonna just state it right there.
Yeah,
Um,
we're on Podbean, and we're actually Podbean affiliates with them. It's a pretty good little hosting site. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
it's done what it needs to do for us, anyways.
yeah, there's a lot of back end stuff though. You have to be aware of. I think like
Absolutely, yes.
right. So
Lots of metadata that you want to set properly. So
right, yeah. So
yeah,
that's why it's like, well, podcasters for Spotify's free, so you know,
I got you.
I yeah. So and I know how to do all this stuff. The back end side.
Yeah,
So
same here. We do our own in-house editing and production. So
right.
yeah,
So yeah. Like I had another good podcast buddy of mine, Tattoo Squid. He was going on like, oh, so how are you going to work around that? It's like I never had to deal with it, but
yeah, exactly.
so
Yeah.
yeah. So but if you rate and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps, 5 stars preferably. Just you can be as honest as you want in the text, or if you really want to talk trash about the podcast, hey, you're more fun. You'll probably be more fun than the conservative trolls I screw around with. So
Oh, that's
I
always fun. Over
yeah
on Twitter and everything.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I prefer Blue Sky at CatBusRuss, but you can find me on Twitter at CatBusRuss and Mastodon at Russ Stevens dot. Sorry, Mastodon's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's a real good
It
app.
is, yeah.
Uh,
And as far as us, I mean, you can find us on all the social medias other than Mastodon. We have a Facebook shit posting group. We're on Twitter, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Threads, and we're on Instagram
yeah.
as well.
All
So
right.
find us there.
So all right. Otherwise, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, send an email to rustthebus07 at gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07 at gmail.com. Offer me a movie, a theme, a director, an actor. Try to focus on movies. that have narratives under 100 minutes. I don't care about post-credit sequences. But I can make anything work if you're willing to do the work as well. So I keep daring the ex-girlfriend, hey, Amadeus, we can do it. But
Hey, why not? A great
yeah,
movie.
well, true, but I'm just saying we just got to figure out three other movies to attach to it. Like, as I say,
Exactly.
lot
Yeah.
of work, a lot of work, but we can do it. Um, other as I say, follow me on is multimedia, social media everywhere at Cat Bus Rush should get you to me. Um, yeah, I just got to thank Stacia Marie Harden for keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't screw up too bad. And I hope she's doing the same for everybody else she touched in her life. And I hope she's loving the fluffy presence of Skimbleshanks, the one-eared angel, the fluffiest cat I ever met. So,
Oh,
thank you very much, Bo, for coming on the show.
absolutely.
And I look forward to listening to your next episode. Cloak and Dagger was your season finale, correct?
Yes, and we should be putting together our anniversary episode where we usually do Takashi Miike movies. We're going to do Happiness of the Katakuris this time, so look for
All
that very
right,
soon.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can only do so many face and nipple slicing.
Yeah, yeah, you got to have just a fun little musical about a bed and breakfast where a lot of people just die randomly.
Right. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thanks for listening to 90 for Chill the podcast, and have yourselves a good week.
See you later. Out.
Can I hear a wahoo?